Hi there, everybody, and a very good afternoon to you. Alongside Daryl Ray, I'm Josh Bogorod. Stars have points in 5 straight. There are a lot of storylines surrounding this team. We will get to all of that, but it is the return of Matt Duchene here to Nashville. It got all the headlines. We got to start there.
It's Matt Duchene Day here. There's no question about that. He came swaggering into the building here this morning in all his festive glory. Usually he's in solo contemplation on the bench like an hour before the game, but he was engaging with the former home fans for him.
For his first game in Nashville since he was bought out over the summer by these Predators. A smattering of more applause than boos, but there were both when his name was announced. Puck is dropped, and we are underway. On the right wing side, it's Marchment. This line has been so good. Duchene's got the puck. He'll go up and down that right wall. So familiar here with these Preds, and more than 130 games played in this building for the home side. Shot couldn't get through him, not on the near side, and rolled off of Duchene's tape. Played out by the Predators. Glove down by Nashville. Both of these teams coming off of victories on Thursday night. The Stars, of course, the overtime win against Vancouver. The Predators doubled up Philadelphia on the road 4-2. Their latest in a long line of wins, where they are 14-4 in the last 5 weeks. Pavelski, the near side boards, got it to the line, held in there. Bounce back where Esa Lindell is pursued. Same lineup for the Stars. The Predators in that victory on Thursday went with 11 forward, 7D. They're back to the conventional 12-6 here for this one.
I think part of that has to be you're expected to face 4 lines that are going to roll against Dallas.
Wedgwood makes the save there on Forsberg. First shot of the game, first whistle, $124 in.
But the man you were speaking of, Craig Smith, scored a couple of goals, but none in the past like 6 weeks. He's had chances, he's hit posts, and needs some in the net.
Pinballs its way all the way down to the Stars' end, where Wedgwood comes way out to put it on a platter for Lindell. He avoids a check, spun up the boards, ricochets out to center, and Tyler Seguin there. He's on a 5-game point streak. For Jani Hakanpää, who flips it in off the glove of Carrier, the defenseman turns back to grab. Drennan cut off halfway down the wall, fed right back to him, but bookended by Stars. Funneled low at Seguin. Spin move away from Sissons, then finds Duchene near side. Got underneath Seguin on the return. Keeper Sherwood. Hakanpää step down, keep possession for Dallas. Duchene surveying options, turning at the hash marks, and then it's all the way back to the Dallas zone.
Looks like the Preds are set to allow the Stars' top lines to knock themselves out on the perimeter a little bit. Got a good pinch. Need to get the puck interior a little more.
In the corner, it's the Predators who fish it out. Here's Gustav Nyquist charging forward, leaves it for Forsberg. Left side shot, and Wedgwood read it. Got over to his right, made the save, and pounced on the rebound.
Well, anytime they get a rush chance like that, Roman Josi, their captain, is going to join. The 3 forwards on the Hintz line got trapped. It's an odd man rush coming back. Probably, the best outcome is Forsberg, their leading goal scorer, moving it to someone else, although Roman Josi is a dangerous guy anywhere in the offensive zone. 2 good saves from Wedgwood here in the early going.
Josi has 41 goals over the last 2 years, 18 of them last season in just 67 games. Top 10 in defensive points and goals here this year as it's offside against Nashville.
Yeah, he's a talented one.
Over the years, Heiskanen is out there with a third former longtime Pred on this Stars roster, Ryan Suter. It's been significantly longer since he played here than the aforementioned 2. Miro Heiskanen got an escort and Tomasino bumped out to center, hopped on by Cole Smith. Shot in by Nashville, and Heiskanen steps in front over to Johnston, coughed it up. Cole Smith shot pinballed off legs right in front of Wedgwood. Just about 4.5 minutes into the game. No score. First meeting of the year between the Stars and the Predators. They meet 4 times this season. It took a while for number 1, but they're going to meet a lot over the next month and change. 2 get-togethers in early and mid-January follow this one. And they'll be all done the day after Valentine's Day when Dallas is back in this building. Stretched out. Here is Craig Smith. Low shovel shot kicked out by Saros. Talked about those meetings, Smith versus the Predators since he left. He's been productive. He's got points in all 3 games that he's played Nashville since playing here. Roman Josi's back in. Shot steered to the corner by Wedgwood. Tommy Novak went back to Josi, just did get to him. A hopper is cradled by Evangelista. He's got Schenn at the line. Swung. Josi couldn't get his shot through. Turnaround Evangelista. And it's blocked high up and out of play.
The guy they did add is helping immensely.
Yeah, Ryan O'Reilly, who wins that draw and off to a great start here in Nashville after he signed a 4-year, $18 million deal. Last year was moved from St. Louis to the deadline. Landed in Toronto. Centering pass was broken up right before it got to Forsberg, top of the crease. Kept in by the Preds. Here's Carrier. He'll walk the blue line. Long reach of Marchment. Carrier, nice job to play keep away, and then Duchesne blocked the wrister. Lauzon holds in. He's got Carrier. And pressured by Marchment, sent down the sheet. Race. And Marchment gets there. Along with Lauzon. Dug loose by Dallas. Duchesne couldn't get it off his stick on the centering pass. Cleared once more.
Been a heavy game to start, especially at the net front.
The Stars are the last Central Division opponent that the Preds had yet to meet this year. Dallas still hasn't faced Chicago. They'll change that next week. Back-to-back games heading into New Year. Pavelski feeding the slot. Sticked aside by Staros as it redirected. A handoff. Pavelski came in. He wasn't the intended receiver.
Hello.
Got a clean shot away, and Saros was ready for it.
Scoreless here in Nashville as they salute former Predator Matt Duchesne in his return here. It was interesting watching him on the Stars bench glance up. You know, they show all the hits, you know, the highlights, and he was kind of enjoying it himself, I think. A couple of years ago, he set the franchise record for goal scoring with 43. That might be in jeopardy this year with Forsberg. Didn't seem to get the credit I think he deserved for that wicked season he had. Remember, they had all those guys, like a half a dozen of their top-end players, all career it.
Play continues on. The salutes still rain down from the crowd. He was very candid after the buyout and signing with Dallas about how tough it was on him and his family. They loved this community so much, but also very quick to talk about what a great fit it's been in Dallas, how much he's fit in there in the team and in that community. And certainly the Stars have welcomed him and loved every bit of it. Heiskanen brings it back in across. It's offside, so we get our latest whistle.
In the offense here this afternoon.
Face-off win. Carrier back to Forsberg. Shot got through. Rebound juggled Carrier. Wedgwood came way out. Resets as the puck stayed underneath the end line. Scary look there for the Preds as this game continues on scoreless. A little more than 9 minutes gone by. O'Reilly and Duchesne bump shoulders. It was O'Reilly who came away with it. Over to Forsberg. Flying into the end wall was Mason Marchment. Puck came right back to him. Cleared past the line, so the Preds have to touch up. It was really quick starts all last year for the Stars against the Preds. En route to a 4-game season sweep where they largely outscored Nashville. 17-5 was the total. And Dallas scored in the opening 5 minutes in all 4 of those games. Never trailed at any point. Here comes Parssinen. Feed it to the left. A juggle shot and the save made by Wedgwood. Low glove to scoop. Cole Smith spin.
Go back to that chance off the face-off. Another one of those set plays where Forsberg goes up top. He's going to throw a dart at the net. Always does. Little double clutch that time. A defenseman cruising in there to gobble up the loose rubber. And then the latest bid came with the Stars
season, a couple of 2-goal games, had 5 goals to lead everyone in the 4-game season set. Suter with a wrister. That off bodies in tight. Chance Robertson. Saros with the save, hangs on as the use chance rained out.
Misha Donskov comes down from the eye in the sky, and if there's a bench brawl, they're ready to go.
Yeah, people watch the play that we just saw, and maybe that's the strategy. You got more bodies there in the paint. Go up and pull one back. Keeper Sherwood throws shoulder. Couldn't deliver the puck where he wanted, so it's Johnston the other way. Wyatt Johnston scored his first career NHL goal in his first career NHL game in this building. It was opening night last season in October. Third period tally. Stars kick-started the year with back-to-back wins against the Preds and set the tone for a fantastic campaign. Here's Trennan working wide on Hakanpää. 2 large structures go into the sidewall. Back to the near wing, and Smith buys himself some space with the shoulder on Novak, who winds up with the puck. Evangelista back for Schenn, quickly across Josi. Couldn't get through. Schenn can't keep, and the Preds retreat. Evangelista. Pressure at the line, and then fired by Schenn right off his teammate. Now Nashville's in. Novak holds up, leaves it for Evangelista. Up to the blue line. Carrier, near side. Good reach by Esa Lindell. Got the stick in the way and nudged it to center. Novak dumps in as the Predators changing. Stars in the midst of one also. Roope Hintz across Hakanpää. 14 games on a busy Saturday here. League will shut down for a 3-day holiday hiatus following play here this evening. This is the earliest of them to get going. Bit of a head start into the break for these two clubs. Ryan Suter around to Hintz, got checked but moved the puck first, dropped off Robertson, fumbled a bit off his pass attempt.
It's been kind of sloppy with the puck both ways, and both teams are playing extremely hard defensively, and the sort of dovetailing of that is 0-0.
Here's Cole Smith with a step, and it's saved by Wedgwood. He was falling backwards and fought that one off. On the near wing, Barry. Edge of the trapezoid, grabbed by the Stars, bounced near the line, kept in. It was Nyquist, the forward. Back to him in the right side corner. Short pass O'Reilly. He'll turn. Find help at the blue line. Barry a wrister, and the save made by Wedgwood. Stars rifle this off the glass on edge, and it's slow and curling, so no icing. Barry forward for Nyquist. Regathered, then had pressure there. Got away from Harley in front of the vacant penalty boxes. Forsberg will go laterally, shadowed by his former teammate in Duchesne, and dumped in. Under 3.5 remaining, first period. Shots on goal are 10-6, favoring the Preds. Stars are in. Dadonov, centering feed, wrister by Hanley. Stick broke on the right side, rebounded and stopped by Josi. Looked like he gloved the puck and then threw it. And play goes on. Josi saved the goal, but it looked like he gloved it and tossed it away.
It didn't just look like it, that's what he did. And inside the crease, they've missed some stuff here in the early going.
It is a penalty shot if you cover the puck in the crease, and it's a penalty of any kind if you close your fist on it. On we go for the time being. What a chance by the Stars there.
2 of them. I don't know what Luke Schenn was doing, but that's not how you defend.
Wedgwood will wrist it around. Life in the building following that sequence. And a long stretch without a whistle here. The Predators are on the attack. Along the near side, Trennan kept in by Carrier. Funneled low, Evangelista. Kept in deep by Nashville. Novak works it across. A wind. Carrier the tip, and it dribbles in on Wedgwood, who secures for the stoppage. Roman Josi, one of the best defensemen in the league, looking like a goaltender earlier on that play.
Best defenseman in the NHL. Looked like he could win a Vezina as the best goalie. He got in behind Saros. He makes the glove grab. He looked like he knew what he was doing. It never went over the line, but he closes his hand and throws it. And again, most of the time when a player's glove covers a puck in the crease, it's on the ice, and it's an easy call. When it's above the ice, it's almost like the blue line's an offside, right? Does that... Surprising they missed the throw, though. That's the... It's shocking.
It's a penalty, and a pretty clear one at that. That play went on. It's also an incredible play by Josi. I mean, definitely against the rules in the aftermath, but that's an incredible way for a defenseman to save a goal with the glove. Forsberg through center, knocked away at the line, and then a shoulder. Forsberg delivered it on Robertson. Preds are in. Nyquist off a stick of Henson, slid ahead. Robertson, a couple of Preds converge on him. Didn't get it very deep. Nyquist. Stars saw Gustav Nyquist in the opening round when he was with Minnesota. Was dealt there at last year's deadline. I think a guy.
There's Santa.
There he is. I know him. I know him.
Where did Mrs. Claus go?
She's at the concession stand. The guy walking in was in full Cousin Eddie attire. Who was part of the game ops crew. Puck deflects up and out of play. He said he had the hose and everything in the van afterwards. The earmuffs. It was a fantastic look.
Duchesne looked great on the way in. We showed that off the hop. His shot attempt. He tried to run the exact same thing that Forsberg ran for the Predators earlier this period, off the draw and up top, and forward moves out, defenseman goes down. Game of interchangeable parts. They're really locking down on these draws here today.
57 seconds left in the first period.
They're not going to allow that.
No, Sagan swept it. And
he's like, just because he's not ready, you can't blow the whistle. I mean, he's not ready. I won that.
Parsonen, who was the forward who was scratched on Thursday when they went with 11 forwards, back in. Dallas wins this draw. Kept in by Heiskanen. Over to Harley. Slid off his blade. Marchment got knocked down away from the play by Lauzon, who enters the game tied for first in hits in the league with 115.
It was quite a shimmy by Miro Heiskanen after the faceoff win to try to get them started offensively.
There's Sissons. Brings it back in across the Dallas blue line. Cole Smith holds up, gets a wrister away, save Wedgwood. Kept in deep by Sissons, fed it to the net front. That worked back towards him on the perimeter. With 18 seconds remaining in the first period, no score. Puck deep in Dallas territory. Pops loose, hopped on it. Heiskanen, the high flip by Marchment, and got a little too far underneath it. It sails for icing with 6.5 seconds left in the first.
This Cole Smith has had two dandy scoring opportunities in the period. He just put the brakes on him, had Miro Heiskanen spinning. Don't usually see that. And Scott Wedgwood, who has been very tidy on the dozen shots he's faced here in the first period, was sharp on that.
This face-off big with just a handful of seconds remaining. O'Reilly will take it against Sagan. Blocker side of Wedgwood. Instructions given, a waiting game. Sagan wins it perfectly. That should just about kill off the remaining time. In the corner, clogging it up as Harley, the horn sounds. And the first 20 minutes this season between the Stars and the Predators winds up scoreless, in large part thanks to the left hand of Roman Josi.
Poor Wyatt can't buy a goal right now, and then he has a defenseman do what Josi did in the first.
About to say that was the best look they had, and I don't even think that is recorded as a shot on goal, because it wasn't a goalie who made the save. It was technically a blocked shot from a defenseman, but that's one heck of a way to block it. Underway, period 2. Wide fire and a shot trickles off of Wedgwood and in. Bodies spilled down in the crease behind Sherwood and Heiskanen. And 23 seconds into the second period, Nashville strikes first.
Well, they're able to peel out of their own zone, but it's an absolute calamity at the net. The Stars try to reverse it against the grain, and that gets eaten up by Nashville. Miro Heiskanen anticipating they're going to work out of the strong side. Instead, they come downhill, and the big slapper into the knot of humanity in front, and Wedgwood out attacking the initial shot isn't anywhere near that puck as it gets poked over the line. So a tough start on the first shift of the second period.
McDonough gets his second goal of the season, his 10th point. I bet you, Bart, I will check and see who gets credit for that goal. He let it rip if it's his. Then there were the bodies in front as Hintz gets knocked down by Carrier. On the edge of the trapezoid, the Stars will dig it free, so they will try to come from behind as it's punched aside by Saros on the Hakanpää bid. Hakanpää, wrister, gloved by Saros, standing up. He hangs on.
So they have their tail in the air here with that early second period goal. The Nashville Predators' second periods have been unbridled. They're not all oil paintings. Some of them are ugly and greasy, as it's called, and that was a greasy goal for the Preds.
They are giving the goal to Michael McCarron, at least to start. Went off his, I think, nameplate in behind her helmet. So McDonough and Tomasino get the helpers for now. Of course, all of that subject to change. But any way you slice it, it is the Preds who take the first lead. Dallas is back in, trying to erase it. Steele back door! He was looking for a cutter. He had Faksa. It just kind of jumped on Faksa as he was trying to accept. A great setup by Steele. Pawed forward by McDonough. And Steele angles it up to the blue line. Wrist shot was blocked. Evangelista didn't allow it to get through. Dadonov gets it back in the wrister from the left wing. A little bit up high.
It's like a trifecta of really good plays by Steele there.
Hakanpää, not blocked as well. A lot of distance attempts from the Stars or hitting guys in yellow before they get to UC Saros. Nice turn off the boards. Here's a wrist shot by Johnston. Saros turned that one aside.
Curious defending there. It's like you have a responsibility, and maybe each of the Predators thought the other guy was taking Wyatt Johnston.
Some tired Preds as the Stars extend this shift. Hakanpää, long change in the second period, and Dallas is pedaled down. Another wrister towards the slot, though, taken by Nashville and cleared. They can mix in a partial change. Jamie Benn on the tape of Hintz. He'll turn in, handed back for Lindell. Return to Hintz, he shoots! Saved by Saros to the corner, and a penalty coming. We didn't see one called in the first period. Can't say we didn't see a penalty, but first power play of the game will go to the Stars here in the second period.
Guys with all kinds of energy, and
47, minor penalty for hooking.
Gets a lovely return pass from Esa Lindell and rips one off the deltoid of UC Saros, and as he follows it up, pursuing it in the corner, draws the call. Sam Steele set up three guys. Just smart puck play. Lubricious little puck play, and nobody could finish. The first one was the prettiest to Radek Faksa, and it just blew up off of his blade when he was eyeball to eyeball with Saros. Just kept getting it back and creating things for his line mates. And he's been good too.
Stars' first power play of the game. McCarron off for hooking. Dallas goes to work. It's Robertson. Shot tipped just wide. Rebound in front, fought for, and steered wide of the post. Recollected by Dallas. It's Heiskanen over to Hintz in the right wing circle. The trapezoid bend. He fumbled it, and then Lauzon staples him into the end glass. Worked out by the Stars. Left circle. One-timer. Saros the save on Pavelski, and it's clear.
with a face full of Jamie Benn, too. You'd expect the Stars' power play, which has been struggling, a heavy word, not really struggling, but they haven't scored in a few games, to come out with a shoot-first mentality, and they've certainly done that.
There's a stick
levitating down there,
lodged underneath, and then Nashville will pick it up. It was Saros' stick. Nice play by Cole Smith to get it back to him while the Stars work the perimeter. It was an interesting spot for goaltenders Twig to be. Now Benn behind the net. Those struggles are 0 for their last 12 on the power play after they were red hot before. Shot by Heiskanen, crumbled down Carrier. He gets up. Clearance, they can mix in a wholesale penalty kill change.
Carrier leads them in shot blocks. That one might leave a mark or a dent. Miro really waded into that.
Stars power play has dropped to 13th in the league, 22.5%. Preds penalty kill just around 77%. It's 25th. They've allowed 4 power play goals in their last 4 games. Stars ate them up on the power play last year. Give and go on the left wing. Taken and cleared by Nashville.
They've had a very energetic and attacking mindset on this power play, but nothing to show, and it's winding down.
Seguin throws behind the net. And over to the corner, work back up, out of the box, McCarron, 5-on-5, Johnston right circle, McCarron got back to catch him, still Johnston a shot away, sharp angle bid through the crease and wide. Stars continue the pressure at even strength. Left circle, wrister chested off by Saros as Seguin let it rip. A reload to Harley. Off the stick, still got to Seguin. Over to Suter, he's got Harley. Left wing circle. Off the stick, then off the glass. It stays in play. Softly feathered around. Seguin knocked down Sherwood. That's going to be a penalty on Seguin. He disagrees. He can't believe it. Tyler Seguin's going to go to the box after all of that pressure from Dallas.
Another good stop by Saros. He got his stick into the skate of Sherwood on the boards and tripped him up. He's off because of that.
O'Reilly leads them with 8 power play goals just off the NHL lead. They immediately go to work. Save, rebound, score. Camped out Sissons. That was immediate. It was surgical from Nashville's power play. 8 seconds into the man advantage, they double their lead.
Well, the first things first, and that is Ryan O'Reilly gives them possession immediately off the draw, and then they go to work. That goal almost looked like they have a pad they can use in practice for rebound drills. And once they worked it into the triangle, down low, back out into the slot to Sissons. He gets 2 in a row. And the rather rotund rebound off of either Lindell or Wedgwood, or maybe both, right back in the wheelhouse. What a goal-scoring season he's having for the Preds. On the power play, shorthanded.
That's his 11th goal of this year. His career high is 15 goals. This is his 9th season, so he's never lived at the type of pace that he's on right now. It continues here at the expense of the Stars. It's a power play goal for Nashville. They're basically a mid-pack power play unit, entered the game at 20%. The Stars had climbed up to the #1 PK unit in the league prior to that. Saved by Saros on the shot from Hintz, and Dallas finds themselves in a multi-goal deficit here just about midway through. Steps in, opposite Steele. Face-off is still won by the Predators. Shot from the point, stopped on its way through the slot. Here comes Steele the other way, leading the charge for Craig Smith. Out of the reach went the return for Steele. Fox swiping at it, could not hold the zone. Now Novak in across the Dallas line for Evangelista. Left circle, drags it. Wanted to drive towards the net. It was poked off his stick and then pounced on. Wedgwood just dropped his stick and smothered it for the stoppage.
Attacked that thing. Pounced upon. Diminutive for today's goaltender, Finn. 5'11", I think, is hedging it a little bit. I think he's 5'10". Plays bigger, though.
Stars walk it in. Robertson with a shot that goes wide. Remember all the games we'd come into this building, Hudobin would be at the other end, and you're thinking, like, how in the world? It's like a unicorn. You never see two sub-6 foot netminders anymore.
Not in the same game, right? That's for sure.
Let's take it and out off the stick of Parssinen. It'll roll, and Parssinen was going to get there first. Wedgwood got it over the sidewall, but Parssinen got a stick in the lane, so it turns into a wall battle. Nashville's changing. They make sure they don't get a bench minor. Nice little cut down. Waist high by Harley will spring the Stars' attack the other way. Johnston didn't have a passing lane on the wall.
Man, they have plugged the boards in their own zone. If you're going to win this game, if you're going to get back into it, the Stars probably have to win more of those battles going forward.
Nice little hop to avoid contact by Heiskanen. Suter's pass was on the wrong side of where Ben was expecting it, so that becomes an icing, and it'll send this faceoff back to the Dallas end.
You know, Heiskanen's played 26 or more minutes in 7 of the last 8 games.
Right on that pace here with about 13 minutes logged. We are just past the midway point. Stars, like everybody else in the NHL, will have the next 3 days off. League shuts down before, during, and right after Christmas. Resume on the 27th. Stars have a hockey game to try and change the narrative here. Trailing 2-0. First game this season against the Predators. Barry reverses. McDonough, the long pass. Tomasino got met by Hakanpää. Grabbed by Forsberg. He'll walk his way in. Caught by Duchene. Pickpocket, but not a clearance. Little chip in deep by O'Reilly. Swatted to the near side. Robertson flung it off the body of Seguin. That kept the play in the Dallas zone.
And their exits are becoming problematic.
Hakanpää towards the line, again not cleared. The Stars will try their luck far side. Some more space for Lindell. Even that went off a stick. Still made it out to center. Forsberg straddling the red line. He finds O'Reilly into the Dallas end. Right circle, snaps a shot, save made, rebound! And stick handling was Forsberg. It just rolled right off his backhand.
Gave him a lot of room that time to kind of measure for a second and then test Wedgwood.
Two leading goal scorers for the Preds there. Forsberg leads them all with 16. 13 for the first-year Predator O'Reilly. Very similar to Matt Duchene, both past 1,000 games played this season and both spent a lot of time in the Central. Here's a shot by Harley, just missed between the circles. Cole Smith will turn and charge it the other way. Away from Sissons off his blade. He's got the most recent goal. It was a power play strike for the Predators. Left to Donov. Looking for Harley again, who's been very active.
He's been great again today.
Lauzon measured by that one-handed sweep check of Heiskanen and just played the body, got it off his blade. But an air-mailed outlet pass is icing against the Stars, and come back and do it again.
There's not a lot of room down there for the Dallas Stars to get things going. After that initial shot on goal from the flank, Forsberg comes through the front of the net, clipped Scott Wedgwood. He took a puck in the neck the other day. Nactivary in there.
Heiskanen pressures, takes the puck, gains center, and dumps it in. Stars can mix in a change. Here's Trennan. Quick counterattack for Nashville. Off the stick of Suter. Bounces in behind the end line. And off a stick of Trennan, knifed right back towards him and swatted out to center by the Stars. 6 minutes and counting here left in the second period. 2-0, Nashville's got the lead. Got the puck in the Star zone. Trennan in the trapezoid. Little game of catch. Gets it back and turns his way along the near side wall. At the left point. Chipped on the backhand. Carrier got around where it's vacant. Jamie Benn first on the scene. A bouncer out through center ice. Now Wyatt Johnston trying to hop around Lauzon, who played it well. Didn't allow any room. Stars steal it. Craig Smith behind the net. Smith, left circle, shot! Saved by Saros. Off of him and just stayed wide of the far post. Good work here by this Dallas fourth line. Slid, Hakanpää. His shot deflected. Winds up in the corner. Taken and cleared by Nashville. This one will slow down on edge. No icing. Esa Lindell. Taking some contact, fighting through it, steal. Near side, Craig Smith. Juggled, settled. Predators step in, though, and bump it back to the Dallas third.
Yeah, there's just been a little higher level of tenacity and barginess in the Predators game, especially on the outskirts of the rink.
Long stretch, Stars. Duchesne cuts in. Save on the chip shot. Glove hand, Saros. Oh, that one would have felt great for Duchesne.
Like I've seen that before.
So Matt Duchesne is returned to Nashville. One of the better looks of the second, but it's still 2-0 Preds. Underway. Ice crisis averted. Stars dig it free out in front. Chance for Ben after the setup from Johnston. And now Ben gets it back. Pavelski. Game of catch. Pavelski, the flip. Ben gets there in front of McCarron. There's going to be a penalty coming.
I guess.
Holding.
Like a praying mantis, McCarron there on Jamie Benn. This line installed the puck deep into the zone and go get it. Lots of hustle. Terrific hustle by Johnston to get in there after it. So Johnston, Pavelski, and Ben generate a tasty little opportunity in the crease area and have put the Stars on the power play. The first opportunity in the game, they came out and started firing immediately. It's weird to look at a Stars power play where the penalty kill has scored as many goals in the last 4 games as their power play has. It just hasn't been that way. It's a high-scoring penalty kill.
McCarron's had a busy night on the score sheet. This is his second minor. He also has one of the 2 Preds goals. Around in the reach, Robertson able to keep it in. Here's Ben walking towards the net and knocked off his stick. Then he went right through Carrier in the crease. Taken and cleared by Nashville. Stars did get 2 shots on goal on that power play earlier this period. 0 for their last 13, and shots had been a problem. Had just 10 shots on the 12 straight unsuccessful attempts entering play this afternoon. Miro Heiskanen feeds back for Hintz. He'll accelerate through center, pushed it a little too far, and ran himself right into Trennan.
I think their biggest issue here in the second period has been puck management. 5-on-5 and now on their power play.
Joe Pavelski will wind it around where it's cut down by Saros. The final minute of period number 2. Just about a 5-second gap between the game clock and the penalty clock, and the Stars can really make life in the third period a lot easier on themselves if they can tag one late. Matt Duchesne, through a course of whistles, gets it to the corner and swipes it around. Loose along the boards, and it's Sherwood who's able to shoot at the length. Wedgwood out to the corner in front of the end line where goaltenders can legally play it. Dallas already down to 15 seconds left on the power play. Thomas Harley, hand in front of the Dallas bench, then the drop back for Duchesne, and he ran right into Cole Smith.
Never works when everybody's stopped at the blue line. They have to be moving. The entry.
Now the Stars are in. Duchesne left circle, tossed it out in front. It's a scramble, and Saros belly down holds his ground. That all happened with 5-on-5 play in the closing seconds of the period.
A little premature music to end the period there as the Stars were roaring in, trying to get on the board. Guys at the net, but they're knocking each other out of the equation. That was a wasted power play after some really good work by the captain to put him on it. He's done a lot of that lately. That was the very bargy Manley drive to the front of the net, looking for his first power play goal of the season. Missed opportunity. Stars do lead the NHL in comeback victories this season, and some of them have been from being down 2-0 or down by a couple of goals. They have 11, Rangers 11 as well. It's a nice thing to have in your back pocket.
Couple of overtime wins back at home before this one, and looking for a similar result to come back as we will begin this third period. Duchene, Seguin, Robertson, the trio, they've got the puck, and they go to work. Only 2 goals in the game belong to the Preds. They both came in the second period despite a 16-7 shot advantage by Dallas in that stanza.
Can challenge for Selke as the best defensive forward on this team and in the league.
At the point at Shen, swung it to the left. Josi fought off by Wedgwood, and it skipped over to the near wall. Again kept in on the blue line. Hakanpää steps underneath Forsberg. Then a switch of directions one more time, and Forsberg just shoves the big man into the corner glass. Stars through center ice. Esselin down. His pass was a bit out of the reach of Duchene, attempting to spin it on the far wing. Dislodged from the puck.
Yeah, they just haven't been as firm as we've seen them at times along the boards, and there hasn't been a second guy there quickly to help out.
Harley gets hit by Parssinen. O'Reilly will just retreat with possession, back for Josi. And now Shen. Time and space in the star zone for Joel Hanley. Ben forward for Johnston. He'll feather one down into the corner. Ben got in there quickly, delivered a check on Carrier. Comes right out, and skating exit for Jeremy Lauzon. He'll cross the red line and wrist it back in. Jumped on Harley. He got spun on the check from Parssinen. And Hanley shovels it on the backhand. Swiped on the red line. And taken back by the Stars. Harley, little chip and a chase from the defenseman. Trying to get around Cole Smith, the forward playing defense. Parssinen, two-hand chop. Couldn't initially clear. Second effort, the Preds got it out. Quickly back in. Pressure on Carrier. It's over to Marchment and goes to the corners. There was just not enough time to get that shot away.
And Lauzon just passed his problem along to his partner there and put him in a precarious spot. Stars again come close.
Ryan Suter for Mason Marchment. Couldn't cleanly enter the zone. Sherwood chipping a chase the other way. Tie up with Heiskanen. Suter joins the fray. Plucked out by Roope Hintz. He'll hit the brakes and then just hand it off neatly for Heiskanen. Sidesteps McCarron. Here comes Miro. Drop it for Marchment. Wrist shot. Sent wide. Suter back to grab right in front of the Dallas bench. Already 5 minutes gone by here in the third. Marchment feeds it up high. A wrist shot off of the outside of the post from Craig Smith. He gets it one more time and blocked up and out of play. It's more iron strikes from Smith.
It's a real smart play by Mason Marchment to kind of linger at the far blue line, and Ryan Suter, a perfect bank pass to him. That sprung the attack, and then they wait for that aggressive defending of the Predators. Smith's coming on the ice from the bench, and he hasn't scored in 6 weeks, but he's hit a hat trick full of posts in a season. Probably scored he might have got into the 20s as like a 9-year-old or something with his abilities, but the ones that show up on Hockey DB, yeah, that's the high.
Yeah, we got to do some extra research. Scour that Syracuse youth leagues. In the corner, McDonough around for Barry, stepping in his Foxa. Still just a 2-goal game and 14 minutes left here in regulation time. The Stars get one. There'll be a lot of belief there's another behind it. Pass by Seguin, broken up by Tomasino.
A good read by Tomasino. He understood where he wanted to go, used his reach, they have really pestered the Stars with their defensive game and breaking down Saros to the rescue.
Heiskanen up top. He's got Harley. Had that key game-tying goal before the overtime setup a couple nights ago in Dallas. Tries to toss it forward with the glove. Didn't get very far. Back in comes Nyquist. Right circle and mostly fanned on his backhand shovel attempt. Harley turned it over. Predators, O'Reilly, and a great play to get back Robertson. He pestered that swing motion on the slap shot attempt from O'Reilly. At center ice, Pavelski. Over to Duchesne. Straddling the blue line. A follow-up from the Stars. Taking it wide is Suter. Leaves it for Ben. Rister off his stick and goes to the far wing. And flung high back to the Stars zone where it's reversed along Joel Hanlon.
Stars keep pushing. The puck pressure game from the Predators has been phenomenal here today.
Ooh. That puck got up and it clipped Joel Hanley. He dropped his gloves, his stick. He went right to the bench. Under his own power, play goes on. The puck came up and stung him. He's walked down the tunnel. And the Stars ice it.
Those plays where the puck goes up underneath of visors, and yeah, it was an immediate yard sale. Pretty neutral ice. I think he took it in the mouth. He'll be off for cosmetic repairs. And the Stars down to 5D for the moment.
Joel Hanley has really turned into a player the majority of the time. 8th game in the last 11 that he's been in the lineup. But they are on without him for the time being as the clock ticks inside the final dozen of regulation. 2-0 Predators have the lead. Both goals came back in the second period. Stars on the attack. It's Hintz with a shot blocked by the defenseman Barry. Back for Hintz. He'll go to the circle. Dadonov got it back. He scores! It came right back to Evgeny Dadonov. The Stars break through and make this a 1-goal game.
Well, again, their stretch game has perked up here in the third period. They were able to move the puck out of their own zone and take 3 zones immediately. And these broken plays, the stutter play, right? The original shot broken up. Everybody is frozen off of that, including Saros. The initial shot, he bites on a 5-hole. Saros couldn't keep the tight tunnel. Dadonov, who after back-to-back healthy scratches has come back into the Stars lineup and scored some goals. And played with some bite.
He had a game-tying goal in that game in St. Louis that we were referencing where they mixed up the lines, and that came with just about 7 minutes to go. Here, he gets Dallas on the board. He gets to tally his 8th of the season, 14th point from Lindell and Hintz. So it's a 1-goal game, and now all of a sudden 11 minutes feels like a lot of time. Jason Robertson along the back wall, taken by Forsberg, but turned over, and the Stars will charge up ahead. Matt Duchesne enters, and he gets run into by Lauzon, who can lay a lick. Duchesne stayed upright.
Just took the body. It was a full body blast. Stapled him to the boards in the Predator zone.
Got underneath Suter on the bank pass to him at the blue line, hopping on it first, Radek Faksa. Lindell shoots one in, awkward hop off the corner partition. Saros went behind the net to play it. It went right through the low slot.
Wow, that's a penalty the Predators just got away with. Craig Smith got a cross-check right in the number 15 on his back.
Steele wanted to turn and go back to Smith, cross the rink, had pressure and couldn't get through. Now Schenn. To the Stars line where it's poked by Lindell. Faksa one-touches it, Steele enters. Here's Faksa, spins his way free of McCarron. A broken stick out there is Hakanpää. will guide it around. Then angled up high. Hakanpää shot, save, rebound, fought off, and no angle on the second effort for Dallas.
Yanni gunning for his first of the season.
He's been the setup man here in December. The Stars definitely have some jump. They've got 9.5 and counting left here in this third period. 2-1 Nashville leads. Tomasino. And there's going to be a penalty. Jamie Benn came. Tomasino went down. The captain heads to the box. Stars get on the board. Evgeny Dadonov sent right back to him from Lindell. He cracks the force field of Saros and makes this a one-goal game in Nashville. And it's the second power play for the Preds, 1-for-1, and scored 8 seconds into it. They'll go to work, back door, looking for O'Reilly. He tried to hand it off to Sissons, who got the first power play goal, and it was just broken up in the nick of time.
I think he had his mind made up before he got the puck because he was all alone, unmarked, in front of Wedgwood, and then gave it up.
O'Reilly leads them with power play goals. 8 of his 13 tallies this season have come on the man advantage. In the corner, it's fought for, and then Forsberg gets shoved by Hakanpää. He weaves his way past traffic, does Hakanpää. Got it to Hintz, who flung it down the ice.
Good battle there. You know, win pucks. Breaks down into 2-on-1s, and a lot of battles near the boards in circumstances like that. Those 2 heavy guys on defense win a lot of those.
Predators are used to getting on the power play a lot. They are 5th in the NHL in power play opportunities per game this year. This is just their second chance. And it is a critical penalty kill for the Stars. Entered the game, the #1 ranked unit. Forsberg slides it across, gets it back from Josi. Handoff, Sissons. He'll bank it to Josi. 40 left on the man advantage. Roman Josi over to Nyquist. Top of the right circle. Bottom of the dot, Sissons inching out, looking for a hole. There is nothing on Wedgwood, who set up the wall and hung on.
Has a goal in the game, Sissons does, on the power play, and this time he made Wedgwood flinch for a second, but unlike Saros at the other end, who opened up the 5-hole, Wedgwood drops the knee, closes it down, tried to squeeze one. It looked like short side there, and Scotty did his job. Penalty kill is over 10% better on the road than it has been at home this season. And as you were alluding to, there are times when you have a must kill, and this is one of those times.
They're a half minute from the finish line as it's fought for underneath the end line. Played around, but not out of the zone. Barry, he was pressured, so his pass wasn't clean. The Stars have Hintz racing ahead. It wouldn't have been a clean breakaway, but the outlet feed eluded him. Barry. Back for Tomasino. Last rush on this man advantage for the Predators. Flip down into the corner. Tomasino, who drew the call. Sherwood off a stick and out across the line. Stars do indeed kill it off. 1 for 2. Nashville this afternoon. 5-on-5 hockey is icing against the Preds.
They've taken it over from a momentum standpoint.
Duchesne wins the draw. It goes back to Suter. Suter, sharp angle. Made its way to the far side, where Dallas has control. Popped loose in the circle. A shot! Saved by Saros. Swatted by Suter. There are a couple of former Preds.
Harley has.
They control to the Stars. Harley with a shot, blocked. Thomas Harley and Miro Heiskanen is the pair. Here's Robertson, and his bid got blocked, stayed in play off the high back glass. Not cleared though. Preds had a chance, Sagan kept it in. Now taken by Nashville, and Sissons will walk it forward. Robertson, Sagan, and Duchesne, the trio. Matt Duchesne gets the puck. Forward where Sagan will pitchfork it in. Now McDonough around, and while Dallas is changing, Lindell will scoop. Esa Lindell shot one in, rides the glass around where it was supposed to get to Marchment, died off a hop, and then a nice little slip play by Dadonov, got out of the way of the Lauzon check. Stars spread it out. Here's Suter down low, shot! save made. That is Ryan Suter's 4th shot of the game. Out shooting Nashville 7-2 here in the 3rd period, 31-21 for the game. Tomasino softly in from the center line. Lindell is pressured by Sherwood. Around it goes. Reversed back by the Stars, Suter. Nice catch, Johnston. Sent in by Pavelski. McDonough pressured by Benn. And Johnston in the corner. McCarron smothers him into the corner boards. McDonough slides it forward. It is cleared. It deflected, so no icing. We are inside 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd period. Predators 2, Stars 1. Thomas Harley, the late regulation hero on Thursday night. Havlicek, Lauzon spun down, steal. Furious work on the far side. Steal. The reach from Hakanpää, couldn't keep it in. Now a foot race. Forsberg, he's going to come in and put it off the bar and out. Forsberg gets it back in the trapezoid. Was looking to put this game on ice. Denied by Iron, the leading scorer for Nashville. The crowd still murmuring as the Stars play it up ahead. Way out is Saros as Seguin was trying to settle things down. There goes Wedgwood on the long pass for Seguin. Extra attacker for the Stars. Trying to tie it up on the 6-on-5. Dug for on the far wing in Nashville territory. Clogged along the boards. Forsberg is able to lift it. And then check thrown at center. A spin and a battle for possession. Getting knocked out Pavelski in front of the Stars bench. It is a full-on scrum for it. The Stars come away. Most people on their feet here in Nashville. Stars want to quiet the crowd. Cole Smith could not accept. And Miro Heiskanen with it. He's chased by Parssinen. Heiskanen ridden into the wall, has help in Hintz. Stars players on the ice have been out there a long time. Tyler Seguin, final minute of regulation. Sent in deep, Hintz. And now Seguin took it away in front of O'Reilly. Gloved Heiskanen. Swings it over to Robertson. Now down in the corner, Duchesne. Across. And a snap chance from Pavelski fanned. It'll be cleared by Nashville. Does this have enough to get there for icing? No, they wave it off. Robertson for Heiskanen. Dallas has half a minute left. Trying to tie the game. Long pass, cut off McCarron. Stars still get it. Push it across the blue line. Craig Smith in there. Funnels it low. Robertson. Spun it out in front and then sticked underneath the end line. Loose in the trapezoid. Fought for. Bounces in. They score! They tied it! Craig Smith, the former Pred! With 13 seconds left, Dallas has come back!
Everyone's still standing, but they're stunned here at Bridgestone. They dodge an ender, essentially, with Forsberg in behind. Jani Hakanpää gets it to the forehand. Had Wedgwood beat. I mean, that clanked off firm iron. And the Preds had multiple chances to get the puck down deep, and were just a mess in and around their own net. Nyquist actually shot it on his own goalie before Smith tucked one home. And we're headed to overtime, it appears.
Steele cuts it off in the slot, knocked down. Here's a chance. Score! Dallas! 2 seconds left. Can you believe it? It's a pre-Christmas miracle. The Stars have turned it around, and they're going to win this game 3-2.
Jani Hakanpää with a weapons-grade slapper. Nothing they can do on the Predators bench but stare in disbelief at the replay on the floor. Again, they had multiple times where they could change it up. and get it out. And Hakanpää is able to just step to it. A skinny block attempt by McCarron. Rip past him through Saros. And the Stars have extinguished a 2-0 deficit. And it looks as though they're going to win it 3-2 in Nashville.
Preds are so stunned, they don't even bother pulling Saros. The final seconds tick off. The Stars were 13 seconds away from a regulation loss. They doubled down with a 1-2 haymaker and will head into the holiday break with their 20th win of the season, and what a way to do it.
Man, oh man, just able to get after it. Craig Smith involved in both of those goals in the dying embers of regulation, and the Stars, with some jockeying of lines and a ton of pursuit, get all the way back and win it in regulation. Wow.